Jai Hind to all the future officers. Welcome to the first part of the defense knowledge on Indian Air Force. Friends, there would be around 3 to 4 videos in which we will totally cover the defense knowledge on Indian Air Force, and it would be sufficient for your AFSB interview. So let's begin. What is the role of Indian Air Force? The primary role of Indian Air Force is to secure Indian airspace and to conduct aerial warfare during armed conflict and take part in rescue missions during calamity or natural disasters. So generally our Indian airspace is there. So Indian Air Force secures our Indian airspace so that enemy doesn't attack us. If there is need during any armed conflict or war to attack our enemy, then also Indian Air Force is there. And if there is natural disaster or calamity and the rescue has to be done, then also Indian Air Force come into action. Okay, so this is the emblem of the Indian Air Force. One Ashok Stamp is above there, then eagle is there. So you can remember this. They might ask, because I have heard in one of the SSB interview the candidate was asked, tell me the logo of Indian Army. So it is the cross swords and one Ashok Stamp in between, if I am not wrong. So you have to know about your logos, you have to know about your forces, wherever army, navy or air force, wherever you want to go, you have to know detailed about it. Okay, so Indian Air Force is the fourth largest air force in the world. Approximately 1,39,576 active personnel and more than 2,100 aircrafts. Indian Air Force stands ahead of the Royal Air Force of United Kingdom and France and other nations. Okay, so talking about the establishment of the Indian Air Force. So Indian Air Force was officially established during 8th October 1932 as an auxiliary air force for the British Empire, which honored the Indian aviation service during the World War II with the prefix Royal. Okay, so generally we all know that till 1947 British Raj was there in India. Britishers had their own air force, and which was known as Royal Indian Air Force. And after independence in 1950, in 1950, when our constitution was implemented, at that time Indian Air Force was converted to Royal Indian Air Force was converted to Indian Air Force. So Indian Air Force was officially established in 8th October 1932 under British Raj. It was known as Royal Indian Air Force. After India gained independence from British in 1947, the Royal Indian Air Force was kept. With the government's transition to a republic in 1950, the prefix Royal was removed. Okay, so as you know, in 1950 our constitution was implemented, and then India became a republic nation, and then the prefix Royal was removed and it became the Indian Air Force. The motto of Indian Air Force is to touch the sky with glory. Air Force Day is celebrated on 8th October. Army Day is celebrated on 15th January, and Navy Day is celebrated on 4th December. And now this Air Force Day is celebrated on 8th October. Why it is celebrated? Because October 8 is celebrated as Air Force Day, because on this day the Air Force in India was officially raised in 1932 as the supporting force of Royal Air Force of United Kingdom. Okay, so I have attached one of the pic. It was the time of British era. Under British Raj, it is the pic of Royal Indian Air Force, where Britishers as well as Indian officers and soldiers are there in front of this aircraft. Okay, so President of India is Supreme Commander of Indian Armed Forces, which means President is head of Army, Navy and Air Force, and Air Force head is the Chief of Air Staff, who is a 4-star general. So Chief of Air Staff is a 4-star general, and what is the rank? Air Chief Marshal, and this rank, similar to the army, is the general. Okay, so you have to know that equivalent ranks they can ask in SSB interview. I have made a separate video on the equivalent ranks of Indian Army, Navy and Air Force, of NCOs, non-commissioned officers, JCOs, junior commissioned officers and commissioned officers. All this video I have made I have compared all these in one single video. You can check it. Okay, so only one officer is conferred with the rank of Marshal of the Air Force, equivalent to Field Marshal in Indian Army. So Indian Army had 2 field marshals. One was Sir Sham Manekshaw and second was the KM Cariappa sir. But Indian Air Force only one Marshal of the Air Force, which is rank of Field Marshal in Indian Army, a 5-star rank officer, which is a ceremonial position of great honor. Marshal of the Indian Air Force was Arjun Singh. He was the one and only Marshal of the Air Force of Indian Air Force. So you can see his image down there. He was Army Chief during 1965 Indo-Pak War, and if I will zoom it, you will see he is holding baton in his hand, the same which Sam Manekshaw also had in his hand. Okay. One more thing, Navy don't have the till now the Navy doesn't have the 5-star officer rank of Marshal of the Air Force and Field Marshal like they have the Indian Air Force and Army. Navy haven't have any of the single person of this rank. Okay. So 25 Jan 2002 is recognized of the most valuable service to the Indian Air Force and Nation Flying Officer Nirmal Jeet Singh Sikhon, the only member of the Indian Air Force to be honored with PVC Paramveer Chakra in the recognition of his lone defense of Srinagar Air Base against the Pakistani Air Force raid during the Indo-Pakistan War 1971. So there are 21 Paramveer Chakra awardees. I will make a video on them. I will make a separate video about detailed description about each and every person. But 20 are from Paramveer Chakra awardees are from Indian Army, 0 from Indian Navy, and only one Paramveer Chakra awardee, which is Flying Officer Nirmal Jeet Singh Sikhon sir. Okay, so generally in 1971 Bangladesh Liberation War, Pakistanis also tried to attack our Srinagar Air Base, and there Nirmal Jeet sir played a very important role in protecting it, and because of which on 25 Jan 2002 he was conferred with Paramveer Chakra award, one and only officer in Air Force to receive this award. Okay, so this is the image of this legend. Okay, you can see his proud face. Now President, I have told you, Commander-in-Chief of all the 3 services. Currently in 2023, it is President Draupadi Murmu ma'am. Chief of Defence Staff CDS is also one and only one position, General Anil Chauhan sir. Actually, he was Lieutenant General when he got retired. Now currently, as he has become CDS, Chief of Defence Staff, so he has the rank of General, and General Anil Chauhan is our current CDS. Okay, after Bipin Rawat sir. Chief of Air Staff, which is the Air Chief Marshal of the current Indian Air Force in 2023, is Vivek Ram Chaudhary sir, Param Vishes Seva Medal, Ati Vishes Seva Medal, Vishes Seva Medal, and ADC. ADC, I just need to check, just a minute. Friends, just forgive me. VM stands for Vayu Seva Medal, okay, and ADC stands for Area Defense Council. Okay, so Area Defense Council is like a judge advocate general. So Area Defense Council is like an advocate general who gives the legal advice to the officers or the army general or any of the army not Air Force. Area Defense Council is the advocate general who generally gives the legal advices to the Air Force personals. Okay, so Vice Chief of Air Staff in the current scenario is the Air Marshal. Air Marshal is the rank equivalent to Lieutenant General in the Indian Army. So he is AP Singh. Okay, Param Vishes Seva Medal, Ati Vishes Seva Medal. Okay, so now we will come to the commands of Indian Air Force. Just ignore this, I have written the structure. I have already told you the structure of Indian Air Force when I made the video of equivalent rank in Indian Army, Navy and Air Force, and I have compared it. And there I have told you the structure of Indian Air Force also. Okay, so commands of Indian Army, there are generally 7 commands, 5 operational and 2 functional commands. Each command is headed by an air officer with the rank of Air Marshal. And in Indian Army, you all know, I have made a video that command is headed by the rank of Lieutenant General, and Lieutenant General is the head of the commands, and so the equivalent rank of Lieutenant General in Indian Air Force is Air Marshal. So Air Marshal is the head of each command. So purpose of an operational command is to conduct military operation using aircrafts within its area of responsibility, whereas the responsibility of functional command is to maintain combat readiness. What does it mean, friends? First thing, operational commands, if you have to do any of the operation, Indian Air Force has to do any of the operation, then these operational commands come into action. Then training command, generally the training of the officers and soldiers and everyone, training of the flying branch and all this thing comes under the training command. Then maintenance command, generally under maintenance command, all the maintenance of the fighter jets, all the training aircrafts, all the commercial, all the other aircrafts, carrying aircrafts, all these helicopters, maintenance of them is done in the maintenance command. So generally operational commands are for the operation, for the battle, for the combat, and the functional commands are to make this operation readiness in the forces. Okay, so I will make you understand with the map from moving up to down. Western command of Indian Air Force is in Delhi, then coming down to the Gujarat side, skipping Rajasthan, coming to the Gujarat side in Gandhinagar, Southwestern Air Command of Indian Air Force is there. Then coming down, the maintenance command is in Maharashtra, Nagpur. Okay, then coming more down, it is the training command in Karnataka in Bangalore. Okay, then coming down, Southern Air Command is in Kerala, Thiruvananthapuram. Then again going to the eastern part. In eastern part, if you see, the Central Air Command is located in Allahabad. Okay, then coming to the whole eastern side, the Eastern Air Command is in Shillong. So Central Air Command is in Uttar Pradesh, Allahabad, which is currently Prayagraj. So Allahabad name is just changed to Prayagraj. Prayagraj is the actual name. So Central Air Command is in Allahabad and Eastern Air Command is in Shillong. Okay, so these are all the 7 commands of Indian Air Force. Central Air Command Prayagraj, Eastern Air Command Shillong, Southern Air Command Thiruvananthapuram, Southwestern Air Command Gandhinagar, Western Air Command New Delhi, Training Command at Bangalore, and Maintenance Command at Nagpur. So friends, this is all about our first part of the video of the defense knowledge on Indian Air Force. We will meet soon with the second part of the defense knowledge on Indian Air Force. If you have any suggestions and feedback, do comment them in the comment box. Thank you so much for watching. Jai Hind.